Thinking about your presence on TikTok, what is it like being a voice for Gen Z?
People are finally seeing that there is no age restriction to talking about politics.
TikTok creates a completely new generation of decentralized movements.
You can literally reach anybody and everybody just by posting.
I'm Sophia Onella.
Me? Oh, my name is Jackie, or Jax, or Jacqueline, spelled Jacqueline. Honestly, just go by me. About me, I'm confident and quick-witted, smart-mouthed, intelligent like Lauren.
Do you remember where you were when you first heard the name George Floyd?
I saw it on the news, and it was all over Instagram. It blew up really fast. I don't know George at all. I didn't know him until that moment, but somehow it felt like I had lost the closest person to me. Because I could have.
A lot of people are wondering why I haven't talked about the George Floyd situation. So many black boys have been turned into hashtags because they were existing.
I was just thinking, just delete the video, because there has never been a time where I had been so vulnerable.
It's like, when are people going to stop criminalizing and villainizing black people for doing anything?
But I kept the video up because I feel like it's really important for people to see what kind of toll that this is really taking on people.
Dear non-black friends, baby, I see your silence. I see the way you don't care, and I'll remember that for later.
I'm 17 years old. I'm an influencer and a TikToker.
What has it been like to embark on this journey on TikTok?
When I first went on a TikTok, I was seeing what most people would assume, you'd see on TikTok. It was dancing and lip syncing. If it wasn't for the pandemic, I probably would have never started making videos. It was really like this creative outlet for me to, just talk about everything that was on my mind. It was like a journal almost.
Listen, we're all bored from quarantine. I've taken 4 naps today and it's not even new. I'm so tired of celebrities telling me to stay in my house as if their home isn't the size of the city that I live in. Remember in 2016 when the worst thing that could happen to us was killer clowns? Because I refuse to be friends with people who support representatives that are anti-people of color, anti-women, anti-disability, and anti-LGBTQ+. I'm the bad guy. Make your mind work.
I was looking and I was like, there's really no social justice on here. And for a while that it almost annoyed me. And so I kind of had this epiphany and it was just like, if you don't see it, then make it.
You want to get mad at us for rioting, but you literally made a professional football player lose his job for kneeling.
And people were following me on my journey. And so just having that mutual connection and being like, oh, we both care about this. Let's do our best to educate the people around us.
No nuance November. The war on drugs is racist. Yeah, but racism died after Martin Luther King Jr. died. Racism will die after you guys get the white women at CVS to stop touching my hair like I'm a dog.
What has it been like for you growing up in Fargo, being in a predominantly white area?
I went to a predominantly white school. I was in gymnastics, all white girls. I'm in theater with, almost all white people. That really taught me a lot about why I can be treated the way I am.
My family's super racist. Yeah, they'd probably run you over or put acid in your drink.
Do you remember your first experience with racism?
Even for me, it was I didn't want to get brown Barbies at the store. And so it was kind of it's this self-hatred almost kind of. And it was just everybody else feeding into that and then me feeding into that also. And sometimes when you just go onto the app and hear people, you realize, oh wow, maybe I'm not the only person going through this. And I feel like that's liberating for people.
Our presence on this app is so strong. Please tag your favorite black creator in the comment section and tell them what you love about them.
This is my part, nobody. This is my part, nobody.
I'm Sophia Onella. I just turned 20 and I'm a student at Fordham University where I study computer science and political science.
Why is it so important for Black men and women to get involved in coding?
If we don't start at specifically a young age with access and things like that in Black communities, then we're going to be losing out on entire generations, if not more, viewpoints, experiences, and things that matter to them.
And how have you been able to put those skills to the work of actually explaining and educating people on systemic racism?
The movement for Black Lives means a lot to me personally because it's like my younger sister and my older sister and I had always experienced racism in this white flight suburb that we live in. Santa Clarita is a very conservative town. So I coded this website. It gives users the ability to send emails to city council. I also made a TikTok for that.
For anything like me, you've been really overwhelmed with the number of things there are to take action on right now. So being the Black girl in STEM I am, I coded a website that lets you enter your information and it auto-populates email templates to take action on. So literally all you have to do is hit send.
And it's really that simple. For whatever reason, it blew up in this ridiculous manner.
And you also started to incorporate activism into your TikTok presence with educating people about Black Lives Matter and also what Black people are up against every single day.
I continue to create content to inform people and to embolden people to take stances not only on a national level but in their own communities.
Read through this cute 100-page voter guide,
which is what I also hope to do with the web apps that I created. But it was really great to see that people did care what people of color really had to say.
Howdy friends, coming in hot with your daily dose of racial inequality.
And I think that the humor that TikTokers provide is a sort of coping mechanism for a lot of us. And that we can sort of separate ourselves from the things that we have to focus on for the time being at least.
The thing about TikTok is that with Instagram, if you post something, your followers are going to see it. But with TikTok, you can literally reach anybody and everybody just by posting. And that's amazing.
You've educated so many people about civic engagement. Have you seen transformations just in some of your classmates?
As a teenager, it's not really, oh, you have to be, leftist. You have to give money to every single fund you see. You have to talk about every single issue that you've heard of.
If you say build the wall, you're racist. But Sophia.
It's more of learn to develop a organic opinion.
People of color, the platform.
Learning to navigate what you really believe in and what your morals lead you to.
She is gonna run the world.